I'm Brian Guidarini, and I'm a junior in software engineering.
And I am Jamil Kelly. I am also a junior majoring in software engineering.
Our project for HCI 575 is going to be a Super Smash Bros. Game analyzer. So we're going to be tracking each character and what kind of damage they're at, how many stock they have left, and we're going to want to track which player is most likely to win. And we're shooting for an accuracy of 90%.
So to do this, we'll be using image and video analysis using OpenCV and C++, as well as some machine learning techniques.
So the target audience for this project would be really anyone who plays Smash, but more specifically geared toward those who are looking to improve, because they'll be able to track how well you're doing over time. So you'll be able to see how you're improving and kind of what combination of moves are working for you, since those will also be tracked. So there are some similar projects that have been done in the past by other people. One kind of just focused on recording the game and uploading it, and another was even more similar to what we're doing, but that really only just tracks damage, stock, and the remaining time, in addition to like figuring out which stage is being played. But in our case, we're only going to be using one set stage.
So as far as previous experience goes, I myself have had not a lot of experience doing machine vision or machine learning. Those are two topics that I really haven't touched before with my software engineering career. However, I have done quite a number of projects in teams, in agile teams, that we did over either a semester or a summer or something like that, where we had sprints where deadlines were due. We worked together as a team, and we used things like Git to do collaboration with. So I believe that I'll be able to be successful in this coming project.
I also don't have a whole lot of experience with computer vision or AI. I have done a project with a neural network and a genetic algorithm with a few friends in the past, but I still consider myself pretty inexperienced. Aside from that, though, I have a lot of experience with personal projects and group projects. I participate in a lot of hackathons, and I always try to find new things to make.
So digging to our approach for this project, we have quite a bit of the equipment we need for it already. So that being the Nintendo Switch console itself. We each have a Switch, which will make it easier to do some testing later on. As well as we need to actually figure out how we plan on acquiring a video capture card or equivalent hardware to actually record or stream the video from the Switch that's being captured. So this actually concludes most of what we predict that we will need for the project, as far as hardware based. On to the algorithms that we plan to use. We believe that we'll be using a lot of the OpenCV functionality and doing a lot of implementation on our own too. So this includes things like color tracking. So color tracking will be super important to actually making sure that we know where these characters are and what they're doing. So some of the characters in Smash Ultimate have very noticeable color palettes. So think of Pikachu's bright yellow on any kind of background. That will be very helpful for us to actually determine where the character is. And additionally, movement algorithms tracking will be good for us. We'll be able to determine which pixels are being updated. And now the data flow will be going from the Switch to the capture card or streaming device to the PC that we'll be processing on, doing our OpenCV processing, as well as machine learning. And finally, we'll be putting all of that data we were able to gather from the video to the results we were able to come up with onto a UI we crafted for the PC. We came up with a very quick sketch of what we plan to include on the UI. So this is what we plan to. We'll have the name of the player, the percentage that the player has been damaged, as well as their stock, the time remaining, as well as the actual video taken from the Switch. And finally, we'll be predicting which player is going to win.
So a project like this is, of course, going to require extensive testing. In order to do that, we're going to test each character 20 times. And we have 4 characters that we're going to use. And we can test 2 at a time because we're going to restrict it to 1 versus 1. So we're going to run 40 battles overall. And we're going to be looking for whether or not the program can read the numbers on the screen, such as the percentage, the stock, stuff like that. And we're also going to be tracking if the AI was correct about who would have won. And if by the time we reach all of those, by the time we finish 40 battles, we'll review and see if we're at that 90% threshold that we want. We're also going to ensure that it did maintain a visual on the numbers on the screen and the movement of the character. So we're also going to have to have people play the game, which is primarily going to be Jamil and I, but we do plan on bringing in other people to try it out just for more variation. We're going to improve our results, kind of how I mentioned before. If we do notice a hiccup within one of our testing games, then we'll just stop and see if we can fix that and then continue the testing once we believe we've fixed the issue. So we look forward to working on the project over this semester. We're hoping we're going to meet all of the goals that we've set, and we'll end up with a nice Smash Ultimate game analyzer.
We hope we have been clear in our project proposal and description of what we intend to do. And we wish the best of luck to everyone else also working on their projects. Thank you for your time.